Hi, this is David Kozlowski with this week's First Responder video. In lieu of it being Mental Health Awareness Month in the month of May, I want to give you a couple specific tips to help you connect with someone who might be dealing with mental health. Maybe they're coming to you, maybe they're telling about their struggles, some keys that I found out to help them be more comfortable and talk about what their difficulties that they're going through. And it's called How to Be an Ally versus an Enemy. So how you be an ally versus an enemy. Let's say someone comes to talk to you about them struggling with depression. And let's say you don't relate to what they're talking about. Let's say that maybe you can relate a little bit, but you don't really know what to say at that particular moment. I want you to try doing something what I call be agreeable without having to agree. So here's what you do. When someone comes and talks to you and they're telling you about all these personal struggles that they're having, and whether they come out right and say they're suicidal, depressed, or dealing with mental health, it seems like that's kind of what's going on in their life. Here's what I want you to do. Listen to what they're saying and constantly find ways that you can go along with what they're saying. So for example, instead of asking them a question after they tell you that they're struggling with depression or if they're struggling with all this difficult emotional turmoil in their life, tell them, wow, man, I didn't know you're going through that. Man, that sounds really difficult. That seems really hard. What you're doing is you're not trying to make sense of what they're talking about. How you're able to become an ally with someone is you have to relate and connect with them. So while they're talking and sharing this information, you want to be agreeable. I don't blame you for feeling that way. Shoot, I'd feel that way if I were you too. Man, you've been dealing with this for this long period of time and you're still able to take care of your kids, you're still able to go to school, you're still able to hang out with your friends. I'm really impressed. What are you going to show them at that particular time? That you are a safe person that they can trust, aka you are an ally. And then after they get through all the information, then you can determine if you want to use some of the other skills that you've learned in some of our other videos, if you're going to have to ask them deeper questions. If you're going to have to tell them, hey, I feel like you might be suicidal. Or, hey, are you suicidal? Or you might have to tell them you think they should talk to someone with some of their struggles. Either way, if you're more agreeable, you're going to find that you don't have to actually agree with their struggles. You don't have to actually tell them you understand and relate. You're just going along with them to find a common ground to help them eventually get help. And until next time, you can be that first responder for someone that you care about in your life just by simply knowing how to connect with them and help them help themselves.